What is up, YouTube? It's your boy A Darius, and I'm bringing you guys a new game called Toribash, and it's like a physics game, and I'm gonna explain it in a few seconds. But just leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy. So you have sandbox ragdoll games, and then you have like the engines where the physics are built inside of it. So to me, this game is like a mixed martial arts ragdoll sandbox game. Like you could say all of that, and it allows you, like Tory Bash allows you to customize your character in various ways. As you see, the forces and relaxes are, they can be opposite colors, they can be the same colors. Then you have body textures. Body textures just makes your character looks cool overall, and I'm gonna show you guys a little surprise. It's not really much of a surprise, but just pay attention to how my character looks, and trust me, I've seen people way better. So what I like about this game is the fact that you can customize your character in almost any way that you like. You can have 3D items, you can have, man, you name it, anything off the top of your head, you can probably guess it. So this is me in a tournament, and I was telling people that I was gonna record the tournament if that was okay with them, and they was like, sure, okay, and they said hello to YouTube. Now some of these people in the video game are like pretty obnoxious in ways, like they just cuss. Some people say a lot of weird stuff, but you guys are gonna see in the comments. I don't mean to offend anyone. It's just like, yeah, that's how I am in game. So everyone has their in-game personality. So I am in the middle of a fight that's about to end. That's why the frames look a little bit laggy. It's not really laggy. It's just the ragdoll physics looks pretty weird. So this is what you would normally see when you first enter a multiplayer lobby. Now you can whisper people, you can add people, you can do a lot of things. Most people make bets. It just depends on what type of server you're in, and TC nowadays is really expensive. I currently have a 200 TC booster, so every time I win, I get 200 extra TC. This is a 750 TC tournament, so man, once you get into the items of this game, like, you're really gonna value your TC more, and that's what makes this game so fun, because TC is very hard to get. So you get all of these competitive players who need TC and able to customize their characters or buy whatever they want, just to have a more appealing appearance to the dojo. Then you have to work for it. So I just bought a booster. It's about $20 a month. It's not bad. I mean, you can do 1 month, you can do 3 months. So yeah. Now I'm gonna fast forward, so we're gonna get into the fight that was actually before my fight. And let me load up a little shader here for you guys. Now, this game works by turn frames, so each time you press space, you're allowing yourself to, move on to the next couple of turn frames that the Toribash mod may offer. So at the top, you see that there's 490 frames left in the match. 490 frames left in the match. Currently, the frames are going by 20 frames per space, if that makes any sense. So I'm up next in line, and that is the chat area at the bottom. So basically, those little, like, the colored rings at the top, like in the center at the top of the display up there, that's basically how much time you have to make your next move. Now if you click on the bodies, it'll actually tell you the name of the character that is currently being clicked on. So that is N tag, the black, orange, and grayish guy. And then the Greg, I really don't know how to pronounce his name, but he is the one with the marine relax, and the marine relax is basically the blue color of that guy's Tory. So currently, the Greg have a grab actually on the leg of Intag, and Intag can be in a little bit of trouble, but I think he can pull it off actually. Yeah, so basically Intag's leg is too heavy, and it's gonna be too much pressure for the Greg to handle. So knowing that this is a physics game, if you're grabbing onto someone's leg in this type of position, 9 times out of 10 your head is going to be on the ground, and that's going to cause the Greg to DQ, causing Intag to win. Nice little replay right here that I captured. And now it's my time to fight. So I value my openers like very dearly. So basically openers are the first move that you make. And it can be the most important step that you take because someone can easily counter your opener within just within one frame skip. So this is basically a strategy game. Now, the buttons that you see me clicking with my mouse here are basically joints, and I can maneuver them in 4 different ways. Now, these joints can be maneuvered in 4 different ways, which is relax, hold, extend, or contract. Now there are different types of joints that you can actually maneuver around, such as your chest. Your chest you don't hold, well, you can hold and relax your chest, but you don't extend or you don't contract your chest. You actually rotate your chest left and right. So there's a lot to learn with the joints, and actually if you pay attention here, I have a dismemberment on his whole arm over here. And then on his other arm, where it's blue, where you see me adjusting my wrist and my shoulder area, the blue colors means that he has a fracture and he can no longer use his joints due to the fact that it has so much damage on it. And that's throwing me in the league right now. So he has a fractured wrist, elbow, and shoulder. I can see from this angle. I'm just trying to finish the move. And yeah, you see his little arm flying off into the dojo. If any sensitive body part touches the ground of the dojo, you're disqualified. Sensitive body parts such as the knee, the hip, the glutes, shoulders, all that type of stuff. So you're gonna see me go for a little a little stunt right here. Nothing too much serious, but it's basically a pose. And yeah, that was a GG. You see a little 200 TC booster. There's the replay for you. Yes, sir. So now we're gonna get into this final fight before the finals. So this is the semifinals. And let's see, the semifinals is Ntag and Victor. Now, Ntag is the guy who won the first match before I even fought. And it was a pretty simple match, but note that Ntag is only a brown belt and he's unranked, so that's pretty good for a guy with that type of belt. Now, people make alternate accounts, so that would be explanatory if he beat this 5th Dan. But a 5th Dan black belt, yeah, it takes plenty of time to get to that belt. You start off as a white belt, you go from yellow belts, then so on and so on if you know your karate belts. So let's see. Victor has a kick on Ntag's left elbow right there. Well, it's his left shoulder, really, because that's the part that's highlighting red. And he took a little bit of damage. Let's see what's the next frame going to be here. Alright, so they're kind of stabilizing each other inside of the air so he can have a better balance on his back area, which is like the leg of Victor. Now you see Ntag, he's going for a kick also, but he's rotating his body to throw the momentum off. So it's going to send Victor it's going to make him unbalanced. And as you see, he just took a kick to the chest. So you can basically see the joints that each player is maneuvering. The only people that can see that are the spectators. And if it was to be on Victor's screen, actually he wouldn't be able to see Ntag clicking his glutes and so on and so on. You wouldn't be able to see the effect of the joints that there are maneuvering at the time. So as you see, Ntag, he looks like he's in a lot of trouble right here. As you see me typing in at the bottom, I was trying to bet on myself for the next round, but I didn't even do it because I was so nervous. This was a pretty intense tournament, so I didn't even bet. But let's see. People were like adding to the decap prize. I put 420 on the decap prize. You probably saw it earlier. But yeah. So let's see what's gonna happen in these next frames. They have 320 frames left to go before this fight over with. And to win a fight, all you have to do is disqualify an opponent by getting a sensitive body part on the ground. Or, yeah, you can fight until the time run out, and whoever has the most points wins that fight. Now you're gonna see Intag grabbing himself here. He's probably gonna be in a little bit of trouble if he won't let go of that thigh area over here. As you see, Victor has the hand of Intag, and he can give Intag a little bit of problems here. We're gonna see. So Intag doesn't decide to let go of his right thigh, which is pretty weird. So you see his left knee is about to actually hit the ground. If he doesn't extend it, he could possibly DQ himself, but there's like a million different joints you can click in this game just to save that without even clicking the knee. So let's see what he does. Alright, so basically he lifted Victor higher into the air, and he got his knee like higher off the ground to prevent, that area from touching the ground. So that prevented him from being disqualified. Now you're going to see him maneuver his shoulder area, looks like, to try to DQ Victor. Oh, wow. And you see both of their shoulders are very close to the ground. So it could be a draw here, but in these type of situations, man, it all varies to who pressed the right joints at the right time. So we're going to see what happens within these next 50 frames. The game should be over by then. Yep. So you see Intag taking out the win again. Let's look at that replay. And you see, he still gets the DQ with the shoulder, and Intag wins. Alright, so here we go. I decided to sit still for the first few frames. Now, what I basically did was press C, and that's why you see my radioactive, which is the light greenish color, and that is called my force. So that is my force, and the black areas of my joints are the relax, and it kind of like, it relaxes the joint. So as you see, I let him attack me on the first one, and you see he hits me in my upper chest and my lumbar, which is my stomach. So I'm gonna maneuver my pecs and my shoulders, maybe my wrist right here, just to see what's gonna happen. And as you see, I'm gonna actually try to use his weight against himself. So I let him pick me up right here, and let's see here. Use my left wrist to actually catch my balance, and I'm gonna try to contract the glute just to keep my stance up higher. So let's see what happens here. Alrighty, so now Intag is in a pretty tricky situation right now. I actually got him on his heels, so I'm actually gonna attempt to grab him right here, and this could possibly DQ me. Hopefully he doesn't grab my left wrist right here, because I know I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble. So let's see what happens. Okay, so he grabbed himself and actually he fractured his own knee. Now I have knee problems myself, and I can tell that the position Intag is in does not look good. So I'm actually gonna try to jerk his ragdoll around a little bit to see what happens in the next frame. Oh my gosh, yeah, Intag, you're going down, man. So I'm just gonna grab the top of his head just to have control over his momentum, and hopefully I win this tournament, man. We're gonna see in the next few frames. He's actually beating me in points, so if I don't get him down on the ground pretty soon, I can still lose. Let's see what happens. And as you see, that I come up victorious with the 750 TC and also the 200 TC booster. Now guys, I just hope you enjoyed. This has been my very first Toribash video, and if you have any comments, just leave them below in the comment section. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe. And you're gonna see me thank these people before I go, just to appreciate their service for being in the YouTube video. Alright y'all, I'm out. Have a good one.